It's Sherry. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to do some Christmas crafting today. So I wanted to show you actually too what I've been kind of working on. I have a bunch of stuff actually too I need to show you that I worked on my lunch break this week. But I did go ahead and we made this one on video. This little booklet out of one of those iron-on transfer envelopes. We made it into a booklet. Here's the front. We used the inside of the envelope on the back and put this little sticker and, whoops, put these pages in here. So, lots of nice little pages. And I want to do the same thing with these two. I did start on it, but I didn't finish. But you see this one has green, the kind of Christmas green or Kelly green cardstock on it. And this one has kind of Grinch green on it, and this is the ABC envelope cross-stitch alphabet. And on this one, see this one, the flap was really tattered, like not salvageable, you know what I mean? So that's one thing that contributed to how we did this. But this one and this one, both their flap was okay. Like this one was pretty much perfect, as you can see. So being that it had the flap on it, I liked it better on this side. So it's like this. I'm going to put some pages in here. And then here's the back of the envelope on this one. So I liked the red and green, yellow, yellow colors. And then, so since it's going to be like this, there was a little, I think a barcode right here, and I put this little snowman sticker right there. So now all I got to do is add some pages in there. So, and then this one I used another shade of green on the back of this one. This one is the Christmassy one with, there's a reindeer and snowman. And here's the back of this one again. This flap wasn't perfect, but I went ahead and just made sure it was glued down as best as I could, and kind of glued it back down on there, and use it also on the back, and then little cupcake sticker on this one where the barcode was. So now I got to add some pages. Oh, this one's more blue, isn't it? It's more of a blue, but it's really pretty colors. I just wanted to have some color in there. So I want to today show you what I want to work on. So I've got some cardstock here. I'm going to cut this little fold off. And we're going to make, I guess they might be more like journaling cards instead of tags. But what I want to make them out of is one of these little S&H green stamp books. So these are these just folded, or how are these put together? Are they actually, yeah, they're actually, is there a staple? There's no staple. I feel like there should be a staple, but there's no staple. Okay. Let me see how I want to take these apart. I guess it's just kind of glued together. I think I'll just cut a little teeny tiny sliver off there, and that way they should all be separated. All the pages. Let's see if that worked. I'll show you my sliver so you know if it works. That's my sliver. So let's see if that was enough to separate these. Yeah, okay. This is from an Ingles grocery store. Maybe you had that when you were, maybe, I don't know if it's still around, but I grew up in South Florida, and there was no Ingles there. And this, I have never seen one in North Carolina either, where I live now. So, but I've heard of it. I believe I've heard that name before. So maybe I was somewhere where I saw one, but I've never shopped at one or gotten into one. I just, for some reason, think I've heard that name before. But anyway, apparently it was a grocery store, or is a grocery store. So, and that's whenever my mom collected those. She collected them from Publix, or maybe also, or Winn-Dixie Quick Check. I know my mom shopped there when I was growing up, those three places for groceries. So I want to use, this one has red, these have red and green on them too. So that's another reason I wanted to use them. I want to use this side, it has a lot of red and green on it. And we'll make one more. We'll just make two for now. I'll make some more maybe off video, but I just wanted to kind of experiment with y'all. This is one of the inside pages, and there is this back page too where I think I already mentioned, I mentioned that I like this side right here with all the squares and rectangles there and all the red and green. I thought that was really pretty. And, okay, so we're going to work on that. I did want to show you where I cut up one of the little iron-on transfer papers that were inside of one of these envelopes. This one had the red, I showed it to you before. It had the red print on it. So I just cut it up into like page size sections so that and it feels pretty strong. It doesn't feel like it's gonna rip or real delicate, or like it's gonna, if you fold it, it's not going to crack or anything. So I just cut them into this one because it's kind of an all over pattern too, and I just like that red print so much. I went ahead and cut these into page size pieces so that they would be ready for me to use in a journal. I even left the print on there. I just thought that was cool too. And this side is solid, blank. But the color is really cool too, the background color on this one. So that's one of them. And then these other ones like have the blue, or is it blue or purple print on them, and these I'm going to, I'm going to cut up at least one of these, maybe this one probably, because it has kind of an all over, even though it's separate little letters, it's the alphabet, it still is kind of like an all over pattern. So I thought I would cut this one into pages too, but I would like to cut at least a few smaller pages than the ones I just showed you, and put one each in one of these little booklets that I'm making. I thought that would be a fun, well, I already finished the one, but I got two more to make, so I thought that would be a fun thing to add to one of these booklets because it came from those. Okay, let's get these glued down. And I'm going to use my permanent glue stick here, and because these are quite thin, so I mean, you could, if you have some of these, you could pick which side you like. If you like this side better, then glue this side down. I mean, you don't have to glue it down at all, but I want to use it in that way. So, and I would just really like this front cover here. I think it's just really cool looking. These are just scraps of a file folder. And so also you can use any scrapbook paper you want. This is my glue. This paper here is my glue guard on for my table, for my cutting mat here. So I hope everyone had a good week. And it's December. You know how it is. It's like, it's so weird. Like I feel like I don't have that much to do in December. Like I already put my Christmas stuff up and all of that, but now I'm feeling the December stress, even though I feel like I don't have that much to do. I think it's because at work I've been super busy, like overly busy, so that kind of stresses me out, trying to get everything done. So that's not helping the December stress. It's adding to the December stress if you have any. If you didn't have December stress, if you're really busy at work, and you're kind of like me, the type of person likes to be on top of things, that could add to your stress. And then, but I tried to not let it, like, because if you work, and you get overly busy at work, I don't really want, I'll come in early because I'm a morning person. I'll come in early and just jump on some things, but I don't like to work late because I like to come home and have my dinner and maybe have some crafty time, and if I work late, that's all out the window. Have dinner and go to bed pretty much because I'll be tired by the time I get home, right? But if you, I tend to think I should work through my lunch break and get things done, but I'm trying not to do that because I feel like I need to just, because I feel like I just need to get out and, you know, have a little break and just, you know, whatever I do, I just, you know, will go. I usually bring my lunch, but, you know, once in a while, I do go out once a week with my friends to lunch, and then once in a while, I'll just go get, like, something, a little something, you know, different. But usually, you know, every other day I bring my lunch, and then, okay, so here's this. We got a little sliver there we need to cut off. I see a file folder. And then, so I think that that's my way of dealing with being overworked. I mean, if I have to, I will work through my lunch break. That is no problem. But sometimes it's like if you stay and work through your lunch, it's like, oh, Sherry's here. Let's give her some more work to do type of thing. You know what I mean? So if you're not there for an hour, I feel like they can't take advantage of you, right? I hope they don't. They don't watch my channel, so I don't know. They're not taking advantage of me, but I just feel like they don't know how much I have to do. So sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, Sherry can do this." No, I can't. I'm already busy, type of thing. So anyway, I don't know. I worked it out though. That's what I did to manage any stress this week. I went out to lunch every day, and I crafted, I think, on 2 lunch breaks this week. And went out with my friends one day, crafted on 2 lunch breaks, and went out like 2. Yeah, that's what I did. I went to a thrift store one day. Thrift store, and I didn't make it to Dollar Tree because I went there on Sunday, so I didn't feel like I really needed to go to Dollar Tree during the week. And then I went to today, or when you see this video, I'm doing this video on Friday for Saturday. But today I wanted to get out, and I was like, I needed to go get some gas. I didn't want to. I had enough gas to get home, but I don't like to push it like that. And plus, the highway I take home, I don't know what's going on out there. I mean, we don't have traffic like a big city, but we do have some traffic. But it's not like, I mean, when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, that was traffic. If you come from Fort Lauderdale, a place like Fort Lauderdale, or a place with a lot of bumper-to-bumper traffic like that, and you come to a place like where I live now, you'll be like, what traffic? I don't even see any car. You know, there's cars, but it's so different. It's night and day. So, but the people still manage to get in accidents on this highway. So like last week there was an accident. It took me like forever to get home, like hours, because it was just the longest line of cars that got built up to where they had shut down the road or something, the highway. And then again, it happened this week again. I was like, really? I mean, maybe it happens every day some places, but and I feel like it happens a lot here. Like, it doesn't always happen once a week, but like the last 2 weeks, it happened once a week. And plus the one that happened this week. Well, the one that happened this week, I was on the way home, and one of the roads leading up to the highway, there was an accident that I had to, the lanes were going down to 1 lane, and everybody had to get over, and it's, took a little longer to get through there. And that happened to be the night of my granddaughter's Christmas program, so I was kind of like getting a little worried, but we got through that pretty quick. And then I got to the highway, and there was another accident. I was like, if I'm late to my granddaughter's Christmas program, I am not going to be happy. And I texted my husband and said, I need a helicopter, quick, there's an accident on the highway, and I can't be late. No, I don't have a helicopter, so that wasn't going to work. It was a joke. But, yeah, I was like, I really need a helicopter to get to and from work so I can avoid these accidents. Just fly right over them, right? Wouldn't that be nice? But, no, the one that was on the highway on the night of my granddaughter's Christmas program, first one ever, so I was so excited. Because she just started school, this past September. But that one actually ended up being, by the time I got up to it, it didn't take me too long to get up to it, because it wasn't actually on my side of the road. It's like a whatever, they keep widening the road. It's like, it was like 4 lanes when I first moved here, and then it made it 3 lanes. I think it's like, 8 lanes, like 4 on each side now. But anyway, the accident was on the other side of the road. All that side was backed up, but our side was slowing down, to look. The rubberneckers were looking, and I was like, well, at least it's not on our side, and we're moving, right? And we're going to get through this in a few minutes, rather than being on the other side where those people were just stopped waiting for the accident to be moved. So I was sorry that someone was in an accident, but I was glad it wasn't on my side of this time. Because last week it was on my side. That's the one that took hours to get through. And actually, it's not a big, it's not a big deal. But because I was actually blessed the way it happened. But my car actually broke down last week when that accident. I was stuck in that traffic for like an hour probably, and then all of a sudden my car started smoking, and I had to pull over, and my husband had to come and get me. But this was the blessing part. Okay, let me concentrate here for a second. We got this down. We got this down. So I think I can move this out of the way now. And we're going to put some decorations here. That's how we're going to make it Christmassy. We're going to put some decorations, and I'm going to leave this side. We might put a little sticker over here, but we'll leave most of this side for writing, right? Or somebody, like if I put it in a journal, somebody could make a pocket or tuck spot out of it or something like that. But, okay, so let me get the stickers. I got Ephemera here. This is kind of big, so I don't know if we'll use any of that. I've got my reindeer. I didn't throw them out or get rid of them. I threatened to do that. I didn't threaten, but I was like, I just hadn't used these in so long. I was like, maybe I should get rid of them, but I've used them, and they're really cute, so I need to keep using these. And so I did not get rid of those, if you saw that video. And, okay, here's some stickers. This one I'm kind of using, because here's another one, just like it. See, but I haven't used any of these yet, so I'm trying to just concentrate on this one. I have Mardell's Fussy Cuts here, and I have 2 of these. Let me see if these are the same. Yeah, these are the same too. And I've used one off of this one, and none off of this one, so oh, here's another one. Yeah, I thought there was more used. Okay, so here's another one of these. These are from a book that I bought last year at Dollar Tree. Had these stickers in it. Maybe you have that book too. But anyway, so I'm using these. And then I have, just to show you what I have here, I have these little stickers. I think I got these this year at Dollar General. And then I have these from a collection kit. And most of these are kind of big, but there's some words and stuff on here. Little pieces, little snowflake things. So we'll see. But the colors are red and green on here. So back to my story. What was it? Oh, the blessing part. So it happened on the Tuesday night before Thanksgiving, and I happened to have the next 3 days off of work. So that was the blessing part, because my car broke down. My husband came and got me, and I was off work the next day. I think he did work the next day, but he makes his own hours. Let's put this over here, this small. And then, so he went, and we happened to have a car hauler or a trailer that you can put cars on. And of course he has a truck for work, for work. And so he was able to go and get my car and take it to the place where we were getting it fixed, to the mechanic. And first thing in the morning, he got back, and I was like, "Did you go already and take my car?" And he took it first thing because he wanted to go to work for a little while. And so, yeah, that was the blessing part. And then the mechanic figured out what was wrong with it. It was something, just the fan had broken, or worn out, and he just needed to put a new fan in there. That's why it started smoking. It didn't overheat. It just started smoking because the fan wasn't there to cool it off. it had broke. And so the blessing was that I was off the next day. My husband was able to get it to the mechanic, and it was ready by like 3 or 4 o'clock the next Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, and we were able to go pick it up. I was like, oh, the timing couldn't have been more perfect for my car to break down because, you know, if I had to work the next day, then that would have been a problem, you know. How do I get to work? My husband would have to take me to work, or, you know, all that sort of thing. So, yeah, it worked out really well. That I was blessed in that way. My car broke down at the perfect time. So let's see. This one, I think something like right in here. So let's look. I wonder how Grandma would look on here. Let's look at Grandma real quick. Oh yeah, she can look cute right here. Oh, I like her there. she looks like she belongs there, doesn't she? So we put Grandma there, and I don't want to cover all this up. I love all this different font, and like it looks very, see the Ingles, and it looks very 70s, I'm going to say. And then this one is just the green, so I think we could put something a little bigger here, which the biggest thing on here is a Santa. I like this guy too, though, this Santa here, and either this one or this one. What do you think? I kind of think this one. I bet you're saying the same thing. I don't know, you might not be, but I think this one's going to be perfect right here. Okay, so we put him there. I don't know, I think it needs something else though. Let's see. Oh, I think it needs these words right here. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, do not mix stamps. So we'll just put this right here. We'll add to the red and green. And there we go. We have some cute little... And that's what I'm going to do with some of these. I know not all of them. I don't want them to be all Christmassy. But I want to make a few more for the journal, you know, Christmas journals. And if I make too many, I'll have them for next year. You can round. I don't have my corner rounder right here. I took it with me to work this week, and it's down in my tote bag that I take to work. And I got a new tote bag to take to work. I should show that to you sometime to put my crafty stuff in. It's nothing fancy, but I kind of love it. It's just something that I had in my head that I thought would be cute, and I think it's cute. So, but it wasn't expensive, and it's nothing fancy. So, but I'll show it to you sometime. Anyway, these are really cute. So I think that might be it. Did I finish my story? Yeah, I got my car fixed, and I got it picked up the next day, and it's been fine ever since. I don't know. And so, yeah, it worked out very well, and my car's all back to normal, I think. My car is 10 years old. This year, well, in 2025, it's the 2015, but I love it so, and I've always kept taking care of it, so that's why I'm not like, just like I'm getting a new car. I love my little car, and it gets great gas mileage, and it's a 2015, and it has 178,000 miles on it, and I've never got that many miles on a car before, so, and it's a Ford, it's not even a Toyota or a Honda, so, and I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. You know how I am. I like to, you know, it's thrifty, right? So it's my thrifty car, and so yeah, it's thrifty for me to keep it. So I guess that's what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.